I can tell you now that 2019 is going to be off to an okay start. Escape Room is about 6 strangers who visit a building in Chicago for a physical adventure game known as Escape Room. They go in expecting the kind of harmless riddle and puzzle game that Escape Room is known for and win a wad of cash. But this game turns out to be a life or death situation as they find themselves entering one room after another and facing genuine perils in each one. So this movie is going to be released on the first weekend of 2019, but I got to see it at an early press screening. This really surprised me because thriller and horror movies set to be released in January are usually never screened in advance, often because they suck. In fact, this movie is directed by Adam Robitel, who helmed the first movie released in 2018, Insidious: The Last Key, which I didn't hate, but it is my least favorite of the Insidious films. Escape Room is a step up from Insidious: The Last Key. The characters in this movie are surprisingly likable. Unlike a Saw sequel where most of the characters trapped in a room together are all snobs, Escape Room has a distinguishable variety. There's this meek college girl played by an actress named Taylor Russell, who when looking up her filmography I found is 1 day younger than me. There's another guy who's been in dozens of escape rooms, so he's really invested in everything that's going on, thinking that it's made to be immersive. He was a fun character. In a lot of bad horror movies, there might be one good character out of several idiotic ones who gets killed off early, and you respond with, "No, why'd it have to be that guy?" That's your reaction when anyone dies in Escape Room, so that's the movie's greatest strength. I was unfamiliar with all 6 of the actors, and at least half of them are relative newcomers, but they all do a solid job. And some of the rooms they encounter do hold suspense, including one that's an upside-down bar, so they're walking on the ceiling and they have to get to something on the floor. It's a well-crafted scene that makes me interested in learning how they filmed it. 1 or 2 of the rooms, though, don't pack as much fun. There's this black and white striped room that makes things look wavy and misshaped, which serves as the obstacle that keeps them from getting out. That sequence did nothing for me, it just made me kind of sick. A few of the rooms also involve some pretty shoddy effects, including this massive wave of fire that the characters have to evade at one point. It looked really fake. Every once in a while, there is a surprising cut from what's happening in the escape rooms to a flashback. On the first occasion, the shot is on a woman panicking as she tries to crawl through a vent away from the scorching room, and then suddenly the shot gets a lot brighter and I was like, oh crap, something really bad just happened in that room. But then it zooms out, revealing that it's a flashback to when she was in the military in the middle of desolation caused by nuclear blast. That was a surprising and effective edit. Unfortunately, the conclusion of this movie, when we find out why these people are being subjected to these life-threatening situations, is the movie's weakest point. It's the type of ending that seems to be the go-to ending for any movie about people being confined to a building or area with unusual circumstances for reasons unknown to them. With this movie, it's not just generic. In terms of execution and explanation, it's twice as absurd. When you get to that ending, you can tell it's one of those movies where the writers were so excited about presenting the idea they had that they put little to no thought into the motivations in the film surrounding that idea. That ending does sour quite a bit of the movie, but up until then, it's a mildly enjoyable thriller that may be a high point in the month of January. It does have good characters and a few interesting scenarios, which makes it worth watching once. I'll give Escape Room a score of 54%. That's a wrap. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review helpful. Like if you liked, subscribe for more. This is Pop Culture. I'm Alex Pop.